Alright, so engine bay was done in championship white, which came out pretty good. I only got a couple light spots. You can barely tell, but kind of in this area could probably be a little thicker. And then I got to redo black around the bottom trim because of the overspray. Same thing with the outside. I kind of want like a clean black line right there, so I'm going to redo that with the black undercoating. And then we transition into, which is not that far off, this is the turbo can by Rustoleum, just their plain white, gloss white. I'm really happy with it. Came out really good. This is just the first coat. I have some runs and some light spots all along this sill right here. Is kind of see-through. You can see some of the primer through it slightly. I have a bunch of runs actually, so starting on this side I have a tiny little run right here. I marked them all in black marker just so when I go to sand I don't forget any of them. It's quite a long run along here. You probably can't tell a little bit of a shadow. There's it overhangs on the actual corner on this side. Little drip. A little bit of a light spray right through here again. Some of these contoured edges need to be sprayed again. So the whole second coating will thicken that up a lot. I'm only going to sand where the runs are. I'll probably lightly scuff or maybe not at all. The rest of the paint I'm just going to wipe down. There's another nice run right here. I'm going to have to sand that down slightly with probably like 800, maybe 600 or 800 grit. Some big wobbly sprays right here. And then I didn't worry about a lot of the inside channels because it sprayed so heavy and so fast that I didn't want to worry about runs in there. So I might just go back later with well, I definitely am going to go back later with some more white and just try and focus lightly. I might tape off the rest of the car just to focus on just those areas. Got to respray this triangle because it's definitely a lot lighter of a coat than that one. I was moving so fast. I wanted it to all lay on evenly and dry evenly. So I got a little run right here. Kind of goes down into the window area, but I'm not going to worry about that or sand that because it'll be covered by, you know, glass and sealant. So it's okay. I'm just going to grind right there and get that one out. It's barely a run. It's very light. I got some light spots up here. Again, you can't really tell on the video, but right here is dark. You can kind of see it with your eye, bare naked eye. The roof came out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. There are some weird, slight, rough, textury, patchy parts because of the primer not being completely smooth either, but for how bad the primer went on and looked before I sprayed the paint, it came out really well. The paint just pretty much covered up a lot of the lows and highs and evened it all out. So on this side I only have that one run up there and then one tiny run right here. Barely noticeable, but I'm being very nitpicky. So I got a good sized run right here. Gotta sand that out. And then two door dings that I didn't notice when I was doing primer. One right there and one right there. They came out a lot brighter and shinier, obviously, with the paint. The one that I did work on with Bondo was back here, and you can still kind of see some shadowing from the low points, but overall I'm happy with it. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, the gloss of just the base coat by itself is pretty high, good gloss. So I did use sealer primer right before, so I got 3 different coats of primer I used the etching primer on the bare metal, which was black or dark gray, and then I used high build primer in between, and then did a lot of sanding on that, and then used a sealer primer on the whole car to finish it all off. And the sealer primer gave it a very smooth finish. I sanded that with 400 the whole car and sealer primered it, and it came out pretty smooth and glossy everywhere before I painted the turbo white cans. So these worked really well. I was really happy with them. It is easy to spray too much too fast, so you just got to be cautious, slow, and patient. Take some deep breaths and not go too crazy with it. But yeah, pretty happy.